In as of yet
at the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to go down with Earthwatch and take you on that forecast path. Probably landfall near Stewart, passing near Orlando and heading toward the western panhandle of the state during the late afternoon and evening tomorrow. Now, one more time, we'll show you with another computer the watches and warnings that are in effect for the Bay Area. Tropical storm warning from Fort Myers northward to the mouth of the Swanee River, and a watch from Swanee River to Apalachicola. The hurricane warning on the east coast, that is the location of Erin. The marine forecast, very important information. Don't go out. Northeast wind at 20 tonight, becoming northwest at 35. Seas tonight 12 feet. Tomorrow seas are forecast to be 18 feet. The Gulf temp is 85 degrees.
There's no to explain all these watches and warnings for you. David?
Well, Steve, as the intensity changes of a storm or the track changes, certainly the warnings and advisories change also. We, at this time now, have a tropical storm warning along the west coast from Swanee River down into Fort Myers, from St. Augustine to New Smyrna Beach. And then southward from that, a hurricane warning to Key Largo is in effect. They've changed throughout the days. They'll continue to change during the late evening and, of course, the overnight period. What is important for us is what happens and what type of weather attends the storm as it tracks from landfall near Stewart to its position north of Tampa Bay area for tomorrow. High winds will begin to increase during the late night period and especially tomorrow morning. That's when we'll notice this across the middle section of the peninsula. So we've labeled this 8 a.m. for tomorrow. Now what happens when the storm gets by us? The winds come around from the west and southwest, and that's what you see here. That could cause some coastal flooding. And certainly that hasn't occurred yet, but likely occur a little bit later on. Radar is a big factor in establishing where the showers are, and Steve has that update right now.
Certainly do, David. We're looking at NextRad radar out of Melbourne, and you can see the feeder bands from Erin beginning to work their way along the east coast. Of course, the weather will deteriorate there in the next hour or two. Again, it's several hours before it works its way into Tampa Bay, so do what you need to now. Just off the screen, right about here, is Grand Bahama, and that's where the center of the storm is. All right, let's check the forecast out now. We are talking about increasing easterly winds, and this is going to be mainly for tomorrow morning out in the Gulf. Winds increasing to 55 knots and then some. And as David mentioned, the winds will be coming in out of the south-southwest during the afternoon, and that's the greatest potential for flooding along the Gulf Coast, especially, of course, at the time of high tide. Looking at showers and storms increasing in intensity and in number overnight. Overnight lows will be in the mid-70s. Good chance of rain, of course, during the day tomorrow. Things should begin to wind down sometime later on in the evening. Looking at afternoon highs somewhere in the lower 80s. As far as the next 5 days go, we're talking about showers and storms gradually tapering off as we head into, we'll say, Thursday afternoon. Friday looks like a pretty good day. And as we head into the weekend, it's back to typical summertime, but is certainly nothing typical about the next 24 hours. And it's going to get rough in here probably after midnight.
Thanks, Steve. Irene left you a cookie.
Thank you very much.
We have a correction and a clarification for you. We have some new information from Tampa General Hospital. The woman we reported...